Alrighty, so let me make sure everyone is good over here. We are about to really have a good time today. We are going to be talking about increasing your show up rates. So, yeah, we are going to have a good time. Alrighty, so let me make sure everything is good on my side before we get going. If you all can hear me properly, if you're on Facebook, just say yes in the comments. That way I can see all of the comments here. Alrighty, get my husband up here on stage. Let's see. 1 second. Alrighty. Okay. So the reason that I am doing this room is because we are about to gear up for a challenge, like a 4-day audience building challenge. And one of the strategies that we talk about is live streaming. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about how to increase show up rates, because I realized that a lot of people really, like to live stream, like to show up for their Instagram lives, Facebook lives, YouTube lives, or wherever you may be showing up. I even look at Clubhouse as a platform to go live, right? And the reason I say that is because when you look at this platform in that way, it's very easy to, I guess you could say, you're dealing with people in real time. So that's why I see Clubhouse as a live streaming platform. It's just you utilizing your voice. And then obviously if you're on like Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, you can actually be seen on camera. So today I want to talk about how to actually increase your show up rates, because one thing about live streaming, it is a direct to consumer marketing activity. And essentially what I'm saying is that you could literally go live and have a client today. You could go live and build your audience today. You can go live and have some people DMing you or book a client or get a consult or have someone shop your store. But you can't do it unless you are A, building your audience, and B, have someone to talk to or go live with, or, demonstrate whatever it is that you have when you're going live. So I made a list of some ideas for you all that we're going to go into. Now, before we get into things you can do to get people to show up to your actual live stream, the first thing we're going to talk about is lead generation. Okay, lead generation. If you're unfamiliar with what that means, essentially what that means is we're talking about list building. Okay, so maybe you've heard people say list building. Now, when we talk about building a list or building an audience, we first have to be very clear around what our goals and objectives are when we're building our audience. We recently just did a survey with our community to kind of see or get a vibe for who's in our community. We wanted to know 3 things. One, are these people very new to business, still trying to figure out what type of business to start? Are they established and looking to, expand their brand, increase their product suite offerings? Or are they super advanced and are looking to buy back their time, scale and grow a team? Now, the reason we did that survey was because I thought we had more established people in our community. Based on our survey, we don't. And so that lets me know that, like, okay, I need to kind of go back to the basics and discuss and talk about some of these things to make sure that everybody is on the same accord as we're moving forward. Okay. So I'm going to introduce myself really quick, and then we're going to get into lead generation. My name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build an uncloned brand. I also teach them how to build their personal brand, as well as how to launch profitable marketing campaigns. I recently published a book called UnCloned Marketing: How to Challenge the Norms with Profitable Marketing Campaigns. If you're interested in grabbing that book, you can head over to audriarichmond.shop, where you can find not only that book, but also entrepreneurial resources and tools to help you grow your business and master marketing. Now, when we talk about lead generation or list building, there's so many ways to build a list. And I'm just going to give you maybe like the top 3 ways that I have found to like grow a list very fast. The first way to grow a list is to create something for free, right? When we talk about creating a resource for free, this could be a checklist. This could be an audio training. This could be a 10, 15-minute video. Hell, it could be something you've already done. You just repurpose it where people have to opt in to now see it or watch it, right? The second way to grow your audience real fast is to do like a challenge or something like a challenge. Now, one thing about challenges, they are a great way for expanding your brand very quickly and getting a lot of people to know about your business like really, really good. So that's the beauty in doing challenges. The cool thing about challenges too, it gives you an opportunity to actually establish a relationship with your people. Now, I personally do not recommend extremely long challenges. I would just say 7 days or less. Anything over that, it's like you doing a free course or something. But I have seen successful 30-day challenges where people have, didn't actually ask for the sale until after 30 days or whatever. But I would definitely say that challenges is a great way to grow your audience very quickly as well. The third way to grow your audience, and this is kind of, for some reason we forget that people like series, right? We live in a binge-worthy world where people like a series or they like watching several videos that's about a particular topic or where it actually goes deep. And so one of the things that I love is 3-part video series. 3-part video series are a great way to put yourself out there and like demonstrate something that you actually want people to know. For instance, we had a 3-part video series called, what was the name of that 3-part video series? It was like 3-day year. And basically we told people how to plan out their marketing promotions for a year. So that would be an example of like a topic where you go deep in a 3-part video series. Now, the challenge in the 3-part video series is a little bit more advanced. It does have a lot of moving parts, so I'm not going to make it seem like it's easy. However, once you put these things in place, it's fairly easy to keep utilizing it and repurpose it. Typically, some people use that same 3-part video series for years and years and years and years to come because the content is still relevant. The flow of how it works is still relevant. So before you can increase show up rates for your live streams, you got to have an audience, right? So we are preparing a free 4-day challenge that teaches you how to grow your audience. If you've already purchased a book, you already have access to it. If you haven't purchased a book, be on the lookout for that 4-day Grow Your Audience Challenge. Now, this particular session or live stream or Clubhouse or however you want to put it, I'm creating this to repurpose for that. So here's another example of how I'm repurposing something that I'm creating with the intent of using it for something else. So I'm here with you all in real time recording it, but I'm going to be packaging it up with a 4-day challenge about growing your audience. Because one of the strategies we talk about when we talk about growing your audience is actually going live, right? That was one of the challenges on day 3 is to go live. So let's get into these actual strategies on how you can get people to show up to your live streams. So I'm going to pull these notes up. Give me 1 second. All right. Now, before you go live, you need to know what you're going to talk about. It's no difference than a blog, an email, whatever it is that you're going to be talking about. You have to have a topic or a title. And the cool thing about topics and titles, it's very important that you know who you're going to be talking to when you come up with your titles. Sometimes I see people and they have such random topics that has nothing to do with what they do or what they want people to book them for. They be on social media talking about all this random stuff and it's not nothing they want to get known for or anything. In order for people to show up for a live stream, it has to be a topic that they want to know about. It has to be a topic that's of interest to them. And it has to be a topic that makes them forget everybody else and what they got going on. Because you got to keep this in mind. You're not the only person that's going live. So you have people who are going live on Facebook. You have people who are going live on YouTube, on Instagram, on Clubhouse. So you're competing with everybody who's going live at the same time you choose to go live. So you better believe your topic needs to be intriguing enough to make people want to say, you know what? I had intention on going to that person's live stream, but I changed my mind because what you're talking about is what I really need to know. That means you need to be useful. People ask me all the time, like, hey, it seems like people really enjoy what you talk about. And it's because I'm a useful person. And what I mean by that is that when I am talking, whenever I'm utilizing my voice, I am being useful. I'm not wasting people's time. I have definitely changed up my style on how I go and create content. But for the most part, that's something that's super important for you to know. Okay. All right, so that's number one. You got to have a banging topic. And if you're like, okay, I don't know where to get some topic ideas and things like that, go and look at other blogs that's related to your industry. Go on YouTube, whatever videos that are trending on your topic, go and do that. There's so many ways to get topic. Go to Amazon and look at the book titles. There's so many ways to talk about the different on different things that you can talk about. But whatever you do, make sure it is useful. So this means that, okay, you need to create you like a live stream schedule. Like, okay, I know I'm going to go live on this day, and this day at this time. And I want people to know that I'm going to be talking about this, and this. One of the things you can do once you get your schedule is actually make a graphic, like a little social media graphic. You can also make an Instagram story version of this. You can also make like an email version of this schedule. But what you want to do is email your list. You want to post this on social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, all of that good stuff. And you want to also post this in your stories, your Facebook stories, your Instagram stories. I believe LinkedIn now has stories. YouTube has stories now. So there's so many places for you to post the same type of graphics across all your social media platforms so people can know like, oh, I actually want to be at your live stream. You're going to be talking about this. Oh, yeah, I definitely need to be there. So the only way for people to know to come is for you to prepare. Now, don't model me because I be so random. I be popping up and be like, yeah, I'm about to go live like today. Like this was not scheduled. I was in the mood and I was like, okay, I need to repurpose this live stream that I did on IGTV anyway. So let me go ahead and do it, right? So you definitely want to let people know in advance. But I did send out a text message, right? To let people know that I am here. Whoever is going to watch it this morning going to come and be here, and whoever is not going to catch the replay, which moves me to this second thought, right? You need to be thinking about, you need to be thinking about how you are going to repurpose your live stream. A lot of people get so caught up in the fact that I did a live stream and only 10 people showed up or 4 people showed up or whatever. You have to treat this like an event, right? If you had an event, everybody not going to show up to your event. The people who didn't show up to your event, guess what? You're probably going to sell the replay. Now, some people sell their replays because it was so good. It probably could have been a masterclass all in itself. But you want to be thinking about before you even go live, you want to be thinking about how you even plan to actually repurpose it. And the reason you want to be thinking about that, because that means that you might want to structure your content in a way because you know you're going to chop it up and use it to be repurposed as an IG Reel. You're probably going to repurpose it as an IGTV. You're going to repurpose it to put on your YouTube channel. You might be utilizing it for micro content. Hell, this might be a video that you might want to send to a prospect to let them know how you work. So you can leverage your replays in so many ways. Hopefully that's giving you ideas. Okay. All right. The next thing we want to talk about is incentivizing people for your live streams. So you don't have to do this all the time, but you might want to incentivize people who are coming to your live streams. If you know that like, okay, my market or what I talk about is very competitive. Like I want to make sure that I'm incentivizing people to come to my live stream. And I have done this various ways over the years. Some of the ways that I've done that is by giving away something. So you can give away like, I don't know, a camera. You can give away a class, a coupon code. You can give away a product that you buy from another brand or a partner. So just keep in mind that there's so many ways that you can leverage it beyond just there's so many ways that you can leverage your live stream to get people to come, right? You might say, hey, if you come to my live stream, I'm going to share stuff that I've never shared. Right after the live stream, I'm deleting it and it's going out into the ether. Or if you know you're going to repurpose it, obviously you wouldn't want to say that. You might say, hey, I'm going to be giving out an exclusive limited coupon code that you can only get if you show live. Or you might have like little treasure hunts for people. Like, hey, you might have like a secret URL that will only be in the comments if you come to the live stream. So there's so many cool, unique ways, but you want to think about how can I incentivize people for showing up? Because I think this whole notion of like, oh, I'm doing it for free, so people should just show up. Like, it's amazing to me how many people who be like, man, I'm doing it for free, so people should just show up. Look, and I want you to write this down. on a piece of paper and I want you to blow it up and I want you to make a big deal out of it. You still have to sell free. All right. If you're on Facebook, put it in the comments. If you're on YouTube, put it in the comments. Okay. You still have to sell free. You still have to sell free. I'm going to say it one more time. Because people think it's free, it's free, it's free. People should just get it. No, you still got to sell free. Just as much as you would have to sell something that's paid. Okay. You got to keep in mind, you're not the only one providing free content. You're not the only one going live for free. You're not the only one creating checklists and worksheets and stuff like that. It has to be something uniquely about you that's different, that makes people forget everybody else to come and spend time with you. If you understand that, you be off to the races. All right. So what are some tactical things that you can do to get people to show up to your live stream? Number one, you can send a text message, right? If you are not a part of our Text Mobile Club, what are you waiting on? You can head over to itswinningseason.com, or you can head over to audriarichmond.shop and get on our Text Mobile Club and be notified when we go live. That way you can be like, oh, okay, I'm up in this thing. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to watch it on replay. I want to be there when it's live. So definitely get on our Text Mobile Club. There's some other incentives for being a part of our Text Mobile Club, but for the most part, you will be able to be notified when we go live. Okay. At the very least. Now that you can send a text message. Now, if you're thinking like, okay, what kind of text message tool do I use? There are so many text messages platforms out there. The one that I use is Postscript because it's integrated with my Shopify store. Another tool that you can use is something like SendHub. What else that's out there? You have Superphone. I've used them once. I don't really know how much it has evolved since then, but you have Superphone. You have, what else do you have? There's so many text message tools, but I'm only mentioning the ones that I've used. I recently got rid of Community. Don't want to get into why, but I used to have Community. So now I'm exclusively just on Postscripts, and I use SendHub for people. If you don't have a Shopify store, you can use SendHub. Those are the two that I know like the back of my hand. I can't really speak and vouch for the others. Okay. Another way that you can let people know that you are live is to send an email, right? And this is something that you can do if you don't think that your whole list want to know that you're live. So for an example, you can send like you could create a live stream email list. Like, hey, you can call it the live stream crew or whatever. You give a cool name. But basically, you can segment your email list of people who want to be emailed whenever you go live. And so some people will appreciate an email and things like that. Now, emails are great for reminder emails leading up to the live stream. But I have found that text message is more effective because sometimes people are like, for instance, today is a Sunday, right? The time of this recording, today is a Sunday. So like, some people might be like, okay, well, I don't want to, I don't want you sending me, I don't check my emails on Sunday. Guess what people do check on Sundays? They phone. So if you can text message people, that's even better because they can see you in real time and be like, oh, okay, I need to be there. Right. So you can definitely use, emails, and you can segment people by putting them on a list that's exclusively for that. Now, this next strategy I'm going to tell you, or next idea, this is going to require some legwork. This one's not going to be easy. However, if you can put this together, you'll be winning. Now, you can partner with some brand partners or create your own brand ambassador program or brand ambassador crew. And these are people that are essentially for your company to help you promote your brand products and services, right? And so if you have like a little internal thing where you're, talking to your brand partners, you're like, hey, brand partners, I'm about to go live. Post this graphic on your social media, post this in your Instagram story, blah, 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 blah. Now, in order to do like a brand ambassador program and all of that stuff, you have to have your stuff together. Okay. So that means that you can't just be thinking about yourself. If you want people to help you promote, you got to give them tools, right? Tools could be in the form of graphics. It could be in the form of, there are so many things that you want to be able to give your people. So graphics, swipe copy, this could be emails. You want to give them pre-designed text messages, things like that. So begin to think about that. Okay. All righty. Give me 1 second. All right. I needed to take a sip of water. All right. The next thing you can do now, this might sound counterintuitive, but you can actually go live before the live. I know you'd be thinking, okay, Audrey, what does this mean? So think of it like a pre-party or a pre-lunch. Like, hey, I'm going live on Friday. Let's just say today is Wednesday. You go live on Wednesday to let people know to come to the live on Friday. What you want to do is like show up in real time and let people know what those benefits are going to be. Hey, I really, really need you to show up to my live stream on Friday because we're going to have this guest. We're going to be doing this and this and this. So you might be thinking, okay, well, why would I go live on Wednesday to let them know about Friday? So people can get used to seeing you, okay? You want people to get used to seeing you. All right. The next thing you want to think about, excuse me, I need some water. Oh, here it is. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So the next thing you want to think about is collaborating with other people. Now, you may see people do this on Instagram where they invite someone, but you can do this on Clubhouse. Thanks to platforms like StreamYard and Restream, you can get other people to partner with you. And when you get those other people to partner with you, y'all can go live together, right? Y'all can all do the same tactics that I shared. They can send a text message, you can send a text message. And now you're getting double the influence. They could be posting on their Instagram, you could be posting on your Instagram. So you can definitely partner and collaborate with other people. That way you can get more show up rate for your actual live streams. Another thing that you can do now that we have on Instagram Live, you can actually have up to 4 people now. So definitely take advantage of that feature, because think about it. At first, you could only leverage like one person's audience on Instagram Live. But now that you can have up to 4 people, think about it. If all y'all have a decent sized audience and everybody is getting notified when all 4 people are live, that should be a really good kaboom. So you definitely want to remind people and let them know when you're actually going to be going live. Now, I want you to pull out your phone, not your phone, but your notes, and I want you to write this down. Okay? I want you to write this down. I'm going to give you a reminder schedule. That's what I'm about to give you. A reminder schedule. All right. So how often should you send a reminder? You want to send a reminder at the top of the week, the day before, hours prior, 1 hour prior, and at the start. What would this look like? So let's say the top of the week would be like, okay, I'm going to let everybody know I'm going live on Monday, right? The day before could be Thursday. Let's just say your live stream is Friday. So the top of the week, Monday, the day before would be Thursday. A couple hours would be, let's just say noon on Friday. An hour prior, let's say you're going live at 6 o'clock. And then you would send another reminder at the start, meaning you would send it like if you're going live at 7, you would send that email or text message at 7. Now, you wouldn't send as many text messages. This is more along the lines of like a good little email reminder schedule, but I would definitely not do this for text messages. How you would apply this to text messages, you can let people know really an hour prior or at the start, right? So an hour prior or at the start, if you're talking about your text message list, but you can send that many emails and reminders to your email list. You don't want to be abusive with your text message list, because think about it, these are people's cell phones and you don't want to be blowing people's phones up. And if you send too many text messages, people will be opting out. Okay. Also, some other things you could do. These are not like over the top or super different or whatever, but you could be doing Twitter. You could be doing Instagram stories. Also, this is huge. You want to pre-schedule all of your reminders. So all of those reminders I just said, they could totally be graphics on social media. You could use a tool like Creator Studio where you can pre-schedule your IG post as well as your Facebook post. So definitely keep that in mind. And obviously you can pre-schedule all of these emails that I just said. Now, this is an advanced strategy, the last thing I'm about to say. And then we're going to open it up for Q&A. If you're on Clubhouse, we're going to open it up for Q&A. If you're on the other platforms, definitely head over to Clubhouse. That's where we're going to be facilitating Q&A. So if you have any questions, make sure you raise your hand. One of the things that you could do because you might be thinking, okay, Audria, this is cool. You done told me all this stuff to do. However, what about me? I'm new. I don't have a big audience. What are some of the things I can do to put myself out there? One of the things that you can do, okay, is to create a post or a video introducing yourself. Hi, my name is XYZ. on Friday to whatever date, I'm going to be going live on my Instagram page talking about blah, blah, blah. And really, you don't even have to say live. I'm going to give you a hack because you can build your list and your audience at the same time. So let's say I would want to do this same live stream, right? I want to do this same thing, like how to increase your show up rates for live streams. I could literally go to camera, pick up my phone, hold up my camera, and be like, hi, my name is Audria Richmond. This Friday, I'm going to be teaching my community how to increase their rates for how to increase their live stream show up rates. If you're interested in that, and if you're like a person that goes live and you want more people to be on your live stream, join me on Friday. If you want to be, if you want to be notified to get our exclusive workbook, click below to get on the list. And I'm getting those people on the list. They're opting in, and this is an ad. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is an ad that you're running to your target audience, and you're building a list of cold people that you can send those reminders. Remember, if you've already set up those email reminders and they get on this list, they are going to be reminded and they're going to be on your list. So not only are they going to be on your list, but they're also going to be notified of where to show up live. Because a lot of people think that I can't get people to opt in for a live stream. Yes, you can. I really don't know why people don't do it. Because a lot of the times people post a flyer and be like, okay, great. Because it goes back to the Incentivize piece, right? You might say, well, people already know my live stream handle. Why would they get on the email list? Great point. They can get on the email list to get an exclusive coupon code. They can get on the email list to get the companion worksheet that goes with the live stream or that goes with your clubhouse or whatever the case may be. Like, there's so many ways to get people, even if it's just a segment. You might not want everybody to get on your list. Think about it. Someone who is excited about your live stream, who would opt in for a coupon code or a worksheet or whatever, those are your people. I wouldn't worry about the people who just want to show up live and whatever. They just don't want the benefit or the other perks that you're going to be offering. So hopefully this gave you some ideas on things that you can do to get people to show up to your live streams. We talked about a reminder schedule. We gave you some ideas and some tactics and strategies. We talked about how you can multiply that with a brand ambassador team or program. It's one more thing I forgot to mention. Affiliate partners. You can also pay people to help you promote. Think about club promoters. I don't know why we forget about all this real world stuff that we never use online. But anyway, back in the day, I don't know if people still do this, but they had like club promoters, and the club promoters get paid to go and ramp up the event. And then obviously they get a kickback for all of the people that they were able to get to show up. So you could apply that same strategy to your live stream. So hopefully this was helpful. We talked about how to increase your show up rates for your live streams. Now, let me say this, because what happens after a live stream? Hopefully you have a call to action, and hopefully that call to action is going to get you paid, right? Here are a few call to actions that you can have at the conclusion of your live stream. DM me, email me, text me, call me. You can also tell people to go to a website, go to audriarichmond.shop as an example, right? So I'm about to give you all a call to action. We just recently came out with a social media bundle. It's called the UnCloned Social Media and Website Audit Bundle. I know it's a long name, but basically a lot of the times you all come to me and ask me, hey, how can you tell me, can you look at my Instagram? Can you look at my Facebook? Can you look at my website and tell me what I'm doing wrong? Well, guess what? We recently came out with a do-it-yourself checklist that comes with a companion video and a checklist, so you can audit your own content. You can audit your Instagram, you can audit your Facebook, your YouTube, your website, your e-commerce site. All you got to do is head over to audriarichmond.shop to grab it, and there you have it. So we're going to open it up for Q&A if you are on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you so much for participating in today's live stream. And if you're on Clubhouse, we're about to open it up for Q&A. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing